What's the motherfucking deal, y'all? It's your boy, Prince be the Prince. Back at it again with a new reaction video, baby. Yes, sir, Ski. You already know what it is, man. We back on that late night thirsty, man. We doing something a little different. The last little different video, I hit y'all with the little, hood politics. This time we doing something that I personally been watching for a minute. We got Kevin Samuels. If you don't know about Kevin Samuels, he been going extremely viral lately, but he been spitting a lot of game, especially not only to men, but to women, but for men. And that's what matters the most. You feel me? So, we finna get into it. If y'all fuck with it, man, go ahead and like the video down. If you about to get into it, man. If y'all fuck with it, go ahead, like the video, and let's get it, man.
Time when women can do men's jobs.
Women won't need men in 100 years.
Okay, welcome to the jungle. I hope you. I'm sorry, but no French toast way. You honestly can say that. No. We're gonna have the conversation now. We're gonna have the conversation. Unmute yourself. How old are you? 29. At the rate women.
I wish I can hear what she's saying right now, though. Maybe they'll get into it. Maybe we can finally hear what she's saying later. Hopefully.
Are at the rate that women are outpacing men, there will come a time when men. Okay, what women are you referring to? Okay, more women than men, but I need to know specifically what group of women are outpacing men. Who are you referring to?
Women in general.
Okay, what percentage of women? Oh, you're a black woman, so let's keep it in the black community. What percentage of black women are in science, engineering, technology, and math?
Maybe 5%.
Less than that.
5%. 5%. Ain't no women at what? First of man, I ain't never not. I'm 26 years old. I ain't met not one black woman that's in technology. Not one. That's a bold-faced fucking lie. 10%. Get the fuck out of here.
Less than that. Okay.
So how can 5% of anything eclipse what 95% are doing?
I look at it as men had 100 of years to develop, and to become like.
Ma'am, before you give me the monologue, I need the math.
Right. However.
No. Listen, I will let you speak. Before you give me the monologue, I need the math. How can 5% outproduce 95%?
They can't.
Exactly. And if the current population of women is producing at a 5% rate, you would need 18 times more females to just approximate what men are doing. True or false? 5 times 18 is 95. Yes?
True.
Right. 18 times more females, the planet would be what? 18 times more populated? Even if you reduce half the right. The planet can't sustain that population to get to female productivity. Next.
Okay. I'll take
do we agree on the math though?
Yes, I agree on the math. However,
you need 18 times more women.
Correct. However, men have the ability to go to school, educate themselves, and
excuse me? Men have what? Hold on, be clear. Men have what?
Have had the freedom and the ability.
Men ain't have no freedom. Stop.
To, to become builders and architects. When we women didn't have the
right. And women have not had the freedom to become architects and builders?
Right.
So, where?
Well, for the last 50 years, we have had the ability, but we haven't.
You've had it before. Okay, ma'am. even if I granted the argument.
Okay.
Okay, let me grant the argument.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have it before the past 50 years, which is not true, because there were women who were architects, even attorneys back in the 40s and 50s. So this whole notion, you need time to catch up. How
Correct.
many years is going to require women to catch up to where men are today?
I mean, the population and society is going to continue after our generation and the generation
How
after
many
us.
years
So
do you think it's going
eventually,
to?
You know what I noticed? This is an observation. As much videos as I've watched from this nigga, there has been a literal 1% of women who actually gave a straight answer, who just said yes, no, just answered the question. Just answer the question. What are we talking about? We just answer the question. We don't nobody give a fuck about that extra bullshit that you saying. Answer the question.
No, I don't want eventually. I need a number. See how I'm about math. I gave you a number about how many, because you said you're outpacing, and I just showed that's not even close to being true.
maybe the next decade. No, not decade. Maybe the next century.
The next century, next 100 years.
Yes.
So society has to wait and invest for another 10 decades just to get women up to the current level of production that men already are.
You bullshit. Because currently there's women right now that are preaching that they make more money than men. What? That just debukes the whole argument. I even have women that will say that women nowadays make more than men, even though nobody gives a fuck. But there's women that say that now. So for this woman to say that you guys aren't where y'all at now, that's baffling.
I mean, well,
is that true? Is that your argument?
Yes, but statistics.
Okay, then let me ask you a question. No, let me ask you a follow-up question.
Okay.
What are the men doing in that 100 years time?
What they're doing now.
What are we doing now?
What are we doing? Are we stagnant?
Well, statistics have
We
shown
just
that
sitting
more
on our
women
ass?
Are we stagnant?
Sitting on our
are,
ass?
yes.
No, men.
No.
I didn't say some, men.
Niggas is actually doing shit. What the fuck is we doing?
See, in order for your example to work, men have to be flat. And that's not the case. Men continue to build. We build, so you're 29?
Yes, I'm 29.
Okay, I want you to go back 10, 12, 15 years ago.
Okay.
What was a smartphone?
A smartphone when
I even go back. Listen, I'm 26, 12 years ago. I was 14. I think what? Let's see, 13. Let's see, 13 is when I got in high school. 13. I think what? I think the Sidekicks. Sidekicks wasn't even a smartphone. There wasn't really any smartphones back then. It was just mainly touchscreen phones. But was they considered smartphones? Was they?
I was 14, that was the Nokia phone.
Right, they weren't too smart now, were they?
No.
Exactly. I just said that. They weren't too smart. They weren't smartphones. They're not iPhones today. They're not the Galaxies today. They're not the phones today. They were just touchscreen phones. They were the same phones, but just touchscreen. They were innovative. It was new. It wasn't smartphones. That's crazy.
No. And what was? But now you have a computer in your pocket. You have more computing power in your palm than 20 that put men on the moon.
Not even that, but you literally have a camera in your phone. You don't need to buy an expensive ass camera. You have a legitimate camera in your phone. We don't do no free advertisement. This shit right here literally can. Come on, stop playing.
Correct. But I mean,
So
but women have contributed to that. It's not just
doesn't matter if
men
you've contributed, you
doing it, but
contribute at a
women
limited
also
rate.
contribute to it.
You
I'm
can
sorry?
contribute, ma'am, but ma'am, you don't contribute at the rate of consumption. That's the ultimate problem. You consume more than you contribute. If we have to wait 100 years to get just where men are, that means we are investing 100 years. What are we going to get that's so great and wonderful? If we're already getting it from men now, why do we need to wait 100 years to get it from you then?
Because women, how do I explain this?
Women are what?
All right, so let's use a current event, right? So let's use coronavirus as a current event to show the difference between men and women, right? In countries that are predominantly run by men, have the worst cases of coronavirus.
Ma'am.
In country that
What? What? Huh?
that are
What countries are
predominantly run by women
no, stop right there. I'm not gonna know.
coronavirus
Don't
under
overtalk me.
control.
My head just started hurting. Oh, oh, oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! She just said most countries ran by men has the coronavirus. Oh my gosh! And these is the women that expect men to put a ring on. Oh, gosh, God bless you.
Hey, lady, I've told you don't overtalk me. Please don't do that. I don't want to have to mute you. Can you hear me? Jesus H. Christ. Unmute yourself.
I'm gonna let you know right now, when you got your shit together and you're not even confident, but you legit are a different breed than the rest of these niggas. It's not that you can talk like this, but it's just a certain level of respect that you demand. And if you don't get that, ain't no arguing. You get the boot. Because at the end of the day, if you put a nigga like this in the circle or in a lineup with the niggas you fuck with, let's see how many niggas is better than this nigga. Or not even this nigga, the nigga that you trying to get big at. The nigga you trying to get bold at. Put them in a lineup and see how many niggas is better than him. And if there's niggas is better than him, then that says more to you. Because you fucking with a bum ass nigga.
Sorry.
Don't make me have to mute you. You were going to come in here and say some propaganda about countries that are run by men versus women. What country are you speaking to specifically?
New Zealand.
New Zealand is run by women.
Yeah.
Really? Are you mean that the head of the government is female?
Yep.
But what about the infrastructure?
I mean, it's built by men. You guys have.
Oh, no.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's wild.
No. See, does the CEO run a company
We're only 7 minutes in the video. Huh.
or does he lead a company?
He leads it.
Right. So New Zealand, and if you want to have this discussion, we can have it loaded for Bear Friday, because in Scandinavia, thank you, Dr. Jordan Peterson, for all your research and work. They are showing the adverse effects of this utilitarian society. So what you're talking about is rank propaganda and BS. You're going to have to bring better than just opinions over here. I'm not a fool. I read.
The facts hit different when you do your research and you hit somebody with that. Ain't no opinion matters at that point. And that goes with anybody, because you can have your opinion, but it's not factual. And you can have There's a and even though you can have opinions based on facts, but if there are clear facts, numbers to back it up, and even you can't debate that. And even though you know you just can't debate facts over opinions, because opinions are opinions. They work for that person, but you got to understand what they did to work for that person. What did that person do in order to get that? Or in order to get what they received, and that's where the opinion and the fact comes in. Because if you ain't putting in no work, nigga, you ain't talking about nothing.
The bottom line is this: women are not outpacing men today. That's some stuff you like to talk about. It doesn't show in the data. And if it's going to take 100 years to get caught up, that presumes men are doing nothing. We're still moving. Somebody still has to provide between year 99 or year 100 and year 1. 99 years, you're running override. Go ahead. Any point, counter any one of these points.
I mean, my point still stands. Like,
No, your point is wrong.
If we give it society a chance where women have the equal amount of time that men had to make the changes they have, I'm sure we'll see the difference. But
You're
right
sure?
now,
You're sure? No, you're sure. What? Okay, let me ask you 2 questions.
Okay.
What makes you so sure that women will catch up?
Because we're outpacing men, and
You're not outpacing men.
College degree.
College degree. No, ma'am. See, you can't overtalk. No.
Mm-hmm.
You're not outpacing men in productive college degrees. You're outpacing men in humanities, not in the things that society runs on: science, engineering, technology, and math. You are not. Ma'am, stop lying. That is simply not true. You are.
What did he say? What did he say?
Outpacing men in productive college degrees. You're outpacing men in humanities, not in the things that society runs on: science, engineering, technology, and math.
Science, engineering, technology. That's interesting. And this is just my perspective. I don't know a lot of women in mechanics, ITs, That's interesting. I know a lot of realtors. Hope I said that right. I don't know. That's an interesting thought. That's something to think about.
You are not. Ma'am, stop lying. That is simply not true. You are not outpacing men in STEM.
Maybe.
There's no maybe. Bridges are built by engineers, not by bakers. You get sick and break your leg. Do you want a hairstylist or do you want a medical doctor?
A medical doctor.
Then act like a medical doctor matters. In the house you live in, do you live in a home or an apartment or what?
I live in an apartment.
What floor do you live on?
I live on the 3rd floor.
Great. Would you live on the 3rd floor of an apartment building built by a female only?
No, it was built by a man.
And I said, would you?
Yeah.
Would you live would you live in an apartment? What city are you in?
I'm in New Jersey.
New Jersey. Go to New York City. Would you live on the 70th floor of a building built by females only?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Is that wrong?
Hey, congratulations, but where are they?
They're not around.
Because they don't do the work, ma'am. They don't do the work, and there's nothing keeping women from doing the work. And see, the second question is, you feel as though you're certain that they're going to catch up because they were outpacing men. That was factually inaccurate. But let's just say that it was factually inaccurate. Let me grant your point and say it's true.
Right.
Women are outpacing men. I'm going to grant that argument is true, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What is going to be the greater benefit of having women doing the job 100 years from now that men are already doing right now competently?
I mean, there's no greater benefit.
Thank you. Thank you for proving my point.
That's wild. Hold on.
going to grant that argument is true, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What is going to be the greater benefit of having women doing the job 100 years from now that men are already doing right now competently?
I mean, there's no greater benefit.
Thank you. Thank you for proving my point.
Yo. That's wow. That's crazy. These are things that, when you care about certain things and you want to move a certain way, these are the things that you think about.
Hate me, despise me, don't like my kitten heels, whatever. Night in, night out, day in, day out. You cannot beat the facts. You cannot beat the argument. You want to make it pejorative, ad hominem, personal, you still cannot beat the work that's being done every French toast day. And gentlemen, that's what they don't like. When you stand confidently on your square and say, you know what? I am broken, I am flawed, I am no different than anybody else, but guess what? I will make something out of my broken pieces. I will make something out of myself that's better than what I came here as. And I will do it standing up straight, looking tall, and accepting the good and the bad. Do you?
Stop. Do you want to be able to do this?
No. That's the end of the video, man, but shit. Man. That's why I appreciate YouTube so much, cause I watch plethora of videos, and there's just so many ranges of videos you can watch, and this is one of them. You can learn a lot, Don't deny reading the books. You better read, but to see somebody and to hear somebody who has knowledge and was gracious enough to make a channel and to express that knowledge to just people who want to follow and understand what that person is saying. That's the goal. Feel me? But that's the end of the video. If y'all fuck with it, man, go ahead and like the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Feedback is always greatly appreciated. It's your boy, Prince be the Prince. I'm out. Peace.